It seems the fires are out at most of the stations. Thousands of commanders were involved in rescuing people from the damaged stations. Stations that were attacked with caustic weapons, just like the ones my father was carrying. What was he doing? Who was he? I don't feel like I know anymore. He lied to me, to all of us. He had this other life we knew nothing about. The data we got from the Alliance paints a picture of him as some kind of double agent, working for both the Federation and the Empire, involved in some of the biggest political events in recent history. How could he have kept that secret? How did he keep it secret? Why didn't he tell us? Was it to protect us? It doesn't help me lock down who might have attacked my ship. All sorts of people might have had a grudge against him, and whoever that is, they're hiring assassins to kill me. I'm a loose end, I guess because I'm his daughter, and by being out in space, I'm getting noticed. This isn't just about finding out what happened anymore. This needs to end. Whoever is behind the attack wants me dead, and they won't stop just because I find out who they are. I'm going to have to stop them somehow. The most recent assassin turned out to be not all that bad, this Sharon Valeri. Her niece, Kendra Shaw, had been kidnapped and held at ransom, but she managed to escape somehow. We tracked her down, but she was under attack, and this time by federal security forces. Commander Phil P. and Ozzy joined me in trying to rescue her. It was difficult. Tracking down her ship was complex. Comms were being jammed and signals didn't work. Kendra was running out of air. I called in more help. Commanders Gaius Cepheus, Cadillac DeVille and John Baker came to assist. We eventually managed to get Kendra's ship repaired, and she was able to limp back to her aunt's fleet carrier, the Tiger Claw. She was grateful, but she didn't know much about who had held her. Only two things: a surname and a system name. The system was Sujin, the name Quinton. But that drew a sharp intake of breath from my friends. They'd heard of Quinton, Octavia Quinton, some cruel and deadly pirate warlord from years ago, who was a big deal in these parts. But it turns out she's dead, back in 3300, which is around when my father started getting involved in politics. We found out a little information about her. She had a pirate base in Sujin long ago, but was killed in the prism system. Has that got anything to do with this?
And good evening, Commanders. Welcome back to Thursday. It is Elite's Dangerous Night. It is Elite Retribution, the in-game story where you guys actually are the stars of the show. So welcome one, welcome all. If you are just arriving on this stream, you're in for the last episode of the season. So they're all available on YouTube if you do want to catch up with the story. But this is the end of season 1. So there we go. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? Here we are at the end of season 1. This has been an experimental thing, working with the Elite Dangerous community to try and figure out how we can tell stories in game. And we've had some ups and downs and some good stuff. It's not been without its complications. Let's say that. But we're all good. We're all good. So. So all sorts of stuff is happening. So Salome, that's Salome. She's dead. Sassia has had this suggestion, kind of, and the Alliance information has led her to the Sujin system, where she discovered the tourist beacon, which makes reference to an asteroid base abandoned by some strange pirate warlord by the name of Octavia Quinton. And then mention of a place called the Prism System. So that's her next stop. So she's here, not far away from Prism, in the Haoria system, parked at an outpost in her trusty Cobra Mark III, the Purple Haze, a ship she has yet to leave. She's very fond of the Purple Haze. She's been through many adventures with it, and. Yes, so there we are. That's where she is right now. So anyway, welcome to you all. Lovely to see you all for this final, for now, episode of Elite Retribution. And here we are. So anyway, so Sassia is at Maramutsu Works, which is in the Haoria system, which is owned by Loren's Legion. And that's where we are. We've had a wing invitation already. Let's just catch up with the chat in case there's anything. Lots of people coming online. Which is always nice to see. Hans V. Voldendampf, a firm favourite of Sassia, who's been along, so I'm quite happy to go into a wing with him. And Sharon Valeri, a convert to the cause. Now, Sharon Valeri was an assassin who attempted to, didn't actually get to attack Sassia, but certainly came close. But they've been blackmailed by powers unknown to attempt to kill Sassia. In exchange for her niece Kendra being freed, but we managed to rescue Kendra last week, so that's good news. But now we have to move on. And Hans says evening. Good evening, Hans. Lovely to see you. And thank you to everybody on chat as well. I will try and keep chat. There's too much going on. There's the in-game comms to which I have to respond in-game, of course, in character. Whereas then there's also the chat, which is always going on as well. But it's fantastic. So there we are. There's all sorts of stuff happening. So anyway, we're safe for the moment. Now, what we need to do is, I don't know how far away is the Prism system. That's the first thing we should look at. I don't think it's too far away from here. So let us get en route there. In fact, it looks like it's a jump. So let's go and investigate. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, so welcome to you all online who are watching this on Twitch. And to those who watch, I know there's a few folks who, again, time zones are a pain, and apologies, I can't do things in different time zones very easily at the moment. I just don't personally have the bandwidth. And so to those of you who are watching on YouTube who can't watch this live for whatever reason, welcome to you guys as well, because I do appreciate an awful lot of people would like to catch up with the story offline. And station's flashing at me. I missed that. So yeah. So there we go. So let's get ourselves to the Prism system, and off we go. First, I could not join you because I was on Xbox. Finally broke down and got a PC. Yay! You've joined the master race. Well done. So I can play Elite on PC, but I'm starting from scratch, still on my Sidewinder. Okay, well, it's a good place. It's actually, to be honest, some of you may have been watching me tool around in my main account, my Commander Druego account. I've recently just got myself an Imperial Cutter, and I have been having a bit of fun playing around with my Imperial Cutter. Here we are in the Prism system. Yay. And it looks like we've had a message. A message from Alessia Verdi. I see you have learnt about Octavia Quinton. You ought to tread carefully. Her name stirs up trouble, which I guess is trouble. Okay. All right then. Well, who are you? Sassia doesn't know anybody called Alessia Verdi. Right, now we need to get to... Oh, okay, there's some... Well, there's a space station. Let's head there first. It's a long way, this one. I know that. It's. Let's hope Sassia does not get interdicted on the way. I'm going to go for full throttle for the time being. So Imperial Cutter. Her name stirs up Trumbles. Trumbles, yes. Well, Trumbles, interesting. They've not appeared in Elite Dangerous as far as I'm aware. They are in the lore because I put them in there because I like Trumbles because they're part of the original 8-bit 1984 Elite from the Commodore 64. For those of you who remember that. My name is on your comms panel. Okay. 07 from, let me just answer that one. 07 Commander. I hope you are well. Elowen Halcyon and Commander Gentosh. There's all sorts of things happening already. Okay. Alessia Verdi says, my name is on your comms panel. I was a friend of Lady Kahina Tijani Loren. Perhaps you have heard of her by another name, Salome. Salome. Some people have mentioned her. Okay. Sharon may have some information too. Okay. Please let me know. Commander Golden Knight has got visual on you, and I'm forming up your fleet now. This had better be exciting. My life is hardly ever dull. I've never spoken to my principal in person. Okay. Okay, so that's presumably the person who hired her. If your little quest has led you to Octavia, perhaps Salome's story will give you answers. Ooh, okay. I noticed that my agent once referred to her as Mrs. Grey. We've heard of Mrs. or Miss Grey before. Okay. We've heard of her before. Okay. That's why I will follow you to the bitter end, says Golden Knight. Okay. I hope it won't be bitter. Alessia's a tricky one. I was, Cosby714, an associate of her previously, let's say. She's not the most predictable, but generally trustworthy, but keep her at arm's length. That is useful advice. Thank you. Is she federal, imperial, or something else? Okay, so let's answer her then. Okay, can you show me? Commander Tekron is trying to contact you. Oh, everybody's here today. Okay. Nice to see the system has a description. I decided to start from scratch on PC because Odyssey coming out. Yeah, so Odyssey coming out is also a good opportunity for a new start. I'm personally thinking about that as well. Ms. Grey, Octavia was known as the Vice. So yeah, that's Octavia's nickname. She had a prosthetic hand for which she was nicknamed the Vice because she actually crushed people's hands as part of a negotiating tactic. She was not a very nice lady at all. Sassia doesn't know about Alessia Verdi, but we do. Okay, so you may need to give advice to Sassia then, which sounds like Cosby is on the case. Something else. Who does she work for? Okay. You need protection at your disposal if you want. Thank you. If I am threatened, I will let you know. Okay. That's missing the point, milady, says Golden Knight. I only mean to express great enthusiasm for all the action and excitement this has brought to the bubble. I wish that the events, someone more powerful caught wind of these events. Well, you never know. Alessia Verde says no. What did I ask her? Can you show me? No, I do not have the time to escort you around the galaxy. Your friends should be able to educate you. Visit Prism. Okay, we're here. Tiorge and HIP 17519. That should suffice. Okay. I will. Thank you. Well, she's not threatening me, which makes a change. After that, if you have further questions, I may be able to help. Contact me. Okay, does anyone know where she is? Just out of... Sometimes we can tell from the comms, can't we? Let's just have a look. Alessia Verde. Is she on this list? Don't see her. She should be somewhere. Not sure. Okay. Does anybody know? Oh, hang on, there she was there. Oh, White Wyvern's here as well. He's been quiet for a while. Okay, she's 184 light years away, so that's okay. Right. So. Okay. Well, in that case, we will. Somebody sent me a friend request. There we go. Cornelius Gendemian. That's a name. Oh, hang on. There's some history here. What's happened? Okay. Missed a conversation with... Okay, so who does she work for then? My employer, says Cosby, or at least he used to be. She found a cause and went after it. Consequences be damned. And as a result, she was ousted. Ousted from who? Okay, so Alessia Verde seems to be some sort of slightly controversial figure. Triangular sector. So she's okay. So can commanders in the game in that case just keep an eye on Ms. Verde, and we'll see where she if she does anything or not. Star Crusher Gaming, hello Drew, just got your Elite book on Audible. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy that. Elite Reclamation, that will be. In many ways, you never know, there might be the odd spoiler in this episode of Retribution for Reclamation, but Reclamation came out in 2013-14, so, you've had a few years. Okay, so, interesting. Okay, so far we seem to be good. Now, Commander Techeron is trying to contact me, but I haven't seen a message from him. So, Commander Techeron is trying to contact you. I haven't had a message from him yet. Okay, Cabman 100. We're always on Overwatch, Sassia. We'll keep an eye on Salsa. Salsa Verde. Okay, and somebody says visit Tia Nisla. Where did that? I missed that. Visit Tia Nisla and marvel at. I've missed. Also visit and marvel at the audacity of those who stole the whole graveyard of ships there. Yes, the legendary Tia Nisla orbital graveyard, which I think maybe we just can't get into the right instance. It never appears. Maybe that's the explanation. He said his messages are not getting through. There are often strange comms problems with in space. There certainly are. Okay, well, if Commander Techeron can still get through to me, that would be good. Techeron was instrumental in allowing us to find. the odd individual by the name of White Wyvern, who did help us a bit, but very reluctantly, I think. Cosby1714, okay, he says, the children of Raxla, we were closely associated with Salome. I hate that pet name she took. Okay, so you mean this Kahina lady? And who are the children of Raxla? Okay, I can attest the radio system's been practically jammed. At least these direct messages can work, so it'll have to do. All you need to know is whatever dirty deeds get wrapped up in the past few weeks, it ain't over. Okay. Perhaps we will unravel this one day. She made herself sound noble and like a hero. She was a useful tool, but she was no hero. Okay. I hope to find out some more about her. Did you know her? Okay, so how are we doing? Hiram's anchorage is 20 light seconds away. Okay, so we seem to be good. There's a few other commanders around here. Storm Raider says, visiting the senator's home. I don't think he is about at the moment, though. He might have been able to answer some questions. Which senator is that? Draconiator is, I'm trying to talk to Sassia too, but apparently you have us blocked or something. I don't. Maybe I should try messaging Techeron in game and let's see if that will work. Where is Commander Techeron? There he is. So he's here. Are you receiving me? Senator Wager, of course. Never heard of him. Sounds like a very pompous Imperial to me. Never talked to her myself. Sure met her father's army though when they nuked my good grief. Okay, when they nuked my home. Nuked your home? What happened there? Okay, so whoever this Salome character was clearly also quite controversial. Doesn't sound like very nice at all. Okay, so she's about 184 light years out. Senator Wager, yes, we don't want to talk about Senator Wager. Who could self-important individual? Who do you think he is? Right, so I've sent a message to Techeron. Okay, there are some beacons showing up here. So Kahina Loren found guilty. Battle of Keone. Battle of Keone. Well, that seems like a place that we should investigate. Let's go there. So I've sent a message to Commander Techeron. Techeron says he can receive messages, but he can't answer back. I haven't blocked him, have I? No, he's unblocked there. I can't do anything else at the moment. Imperials. Wow. Yeah. Cosby714. I believe they used a plasma accelerator to cause a huge airburst, killed hundreds of thousands, my little brother and dad included. All for a rich tantalum deposit on Keone. Okay, nuked the place and built their palace on the mass graves. Oh, yeah. What happened there? No, I don't want to report him. Okay, we're here. Let me just drop out of this while we are. Okay, system chat is a hive of scum and villainy. Switch to system chat. Okay, Let me just drop out of here for a moment. Commander Pavers is testing communication issues in the sector. Please confirm receipt. Yes, that one's fine. Oh, stop. Why is it doing that? Leap of shame. There we go. Right. Battle of Keone. So this is presumably his Keone here. Yes, it is. And there's another one there. Kahina Loren found guilty. Warning entering conflict zone. Okay. Okay. Let me just see if I can get hold of. Okay, let's go to the system chat. System security broadcasts. Ooh, okay, hang on. This is. It doesn't seem to be giving me any messages in there. System chat is a hive. I'm not seeing anything in the system chat. So there was a message and then it disappeared. So I'm not quite sure what. Gauge wing beacon, yes, I should do that. Too many menu options. There we go, wing beacon should be on. Okay, so hang on, what's going on? There's that message again. I'm not currently subscribed to any channels in this group. Local chat seems to work, but system chat seems to be broken. Yeah, so that is. I know I can't scroll the. Okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay. Cornelius Gendemian, system security. Broadcast. Be advised, a state of alert has been invoked in response to terrorist activity. Safe harbour may be accessed at Hiram's anchorage and the Loren Legion carrier reconciliation. I hope that's nothing to do with us. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one being proactively jammed. I swear there's conspiracy afoot. Whoever's trying to silence me is going for you now as well. Okay, so then we've got some NPCs doing some weird stuff. Let's find out what this beacon tells us. Where is the beacon? Looks like it's actually behind us. There are a lot of ships here, but that's okay. No, that's just a wake. Let's have a look on the contacts tab. Here it is there. Battle of Keone. There are a lot of commanders here. So anyway, welcome to everybody who's here. Battle of Keone. Right, scanning. Okay. Tourist beacon has been scanned. Alright, so hang on, let's go back to Cosby here. So forgive me if I'm a bit biased against her, and you want to know the irony. I was in the wing that protected her on 29th of April 3303. So why did you protect her if you don't like her? Didn't like her. There are quite a lot of tourist ships here, so whatever's going on here is quite famous. Right, let's have a look at what that message was. The Battle of Keone. Loren's Legion reputation changed. That must be something. Okay, so in 3300, a major conflict between Federal Imperial forces took place in the Prism system above the Keone moon. The conflict was precipitated by the exiled senator of Prism, Lady Kahina Tijani Loren, partly in response to the Keone reclamation, a rebellion which took place on the moon below. The Prism system was restored to Imperial jurisdiction as a result of the battle. Okay. The tourist beacon has been rammed. Careful of the tourist beacon. Tourist spot 0503. So there was a war here. And then it's absolutely full of tourists. And there's another one. Kahina Loren found guilty. Okay, well, let's go and find out why she was found guilty then. Whoa. Hasn't expected. Sounds like somebody just got killed. Cosby 714. The children of Raxler were protecting her. She was a figurehead, I suppose. I was a scout. I still have that diamond-backed scout in mothball. She had a use, so I went along with it. And what happened to her? Okay, there are ships popping in there all over the place here. So let's get over there to Kahina Loren found guilty. Looks like another tourist beacon. So there are quite a few ships here. It's going to take a little while to charge. Freaky deaky doo, good evening to everybody on the chat as well. So can Sassia wing Tekron if you can. I'd have to drop one of my current wing people out, so we might have to do that in a moment if we can get Tekron to join. Let's get to Kahina Loren. Guy Sophias is here as well. Good evening, Commander. Let's see if we can get... Tekron can't respond in the chat, which is that's just annoying. And the other chat doesn't seem to be working either. But I know far more about Sloan than I want to. But as I said, she was a useful tool. She exposed the conspiracy. You can see it for yourself once you go to Tiorge. Okay, so it sounds like that's somewhere we're going to have to go to. There are a lot of ships here. Here goes everybody hyperspacing out, or frame shift driving out. That's good. So it seems like this place is not all that safe. She got blown up in the Arumclaw system. Well, she's dead too. Everybody seems to be dead. This doesn't... Oh, the orange sidewinders, yeah, those are very mysterious individuals, the orange sidewinders. Okay, here we go. So, looks like yet another tourist area. Wow. It's full of a lot of ships. Ooh, brakes on. Almost took out that, the back of that. Okay, so there's the tourist beacon. It's obviously a famous place. An awful lot of people coming here to visit these tourist beacons. I don't want to ram that either. There we go. Some should be more unprofessional. But the same we did in the Corvette blew her up. Then had the gall to attack the CORs, presumably children of Rex at home station a few days later. Okay. Right, Alex has dropped out of my wing. Thank you, Alex. So I'm going to see if I can get Tekron into the wing. He's usually got a few interesting things to say. I don't think Sassia has insulted the Empire in recent days, so let's see if we can get him to connect that way. There we are. Tekron is in the wing. Can he talk to us? Let's try again. Can you hear me now? By Akanar. It's definitely Tekron in that case. It's definitely Tekron. Right, hang on. We've got another beacon to let's let unreliable piece of technology. Surely not Imperial tech. He got blown up by the station, though. We dragged the wreckage of his ship into the station and threw his child corpse into the sewer system. Now, Tekron has a very important and urgent message. Okay. Please tell me. Right, while he's working that out, let's just check this message. So, Kahina Loren found guilty. On November 28th, 3302, an announcement was made outside the Prison Hall of Justice confirming that Kahina Tijani Loren had been found guilty of the attempted assassination of Admiral Denton Patrius. The announcement was met with cries of dismay from a crowd of Loren's supporters who had turned out to hear the verdict. Okay, so that tells us a little bit about that. And somebody's scanning us. Okay, so what that's told us that this Kahina lady instituted a battle, got killed herself, and was found guilty of attempting to attack Senator Patrius. So, and of course, Sassia's father has an association with Patrius too, which, interesting. Please cease your unauthorized scan. I'm not scanning anybody. There are a lot of NPCs here. Let's just, while we're waiting for Techeron, let's log on to the Tiorge, because that is also a place we need to go to. Tiorge. It's a little way away. 196 light years. How far is that? 10 jumps, even in this ship. This urgent message from Techeron. I haven't missed it, have I? Ah, there we go. No, Techeron has sent a message. I have made a huge breakthrough in my investigation in your case. Commander White Wyvern is not who he claims to be. He is a liar. Liar. And a cheat. There, and this does not surprise me. What else have you learned? I can't type at all. There's something wrong with the chat. It seems to be hesitating. Right, okay, so that's told us a little bit about Slam, but we've been told to go to the Tiorge system. So let's head there whilst Techeron is going to reveal to us what he's learned about Commander White Wyvern. So Tiorge is where we need to go to. And hyperspace. Thank you for the follows, by the way, folks, if I've been missing them in chat. This very, a lot of NPCs being very officious. Let me guess, says Dusalan, White Wyvern is Sassia's father, not that this has been thought of before, of course. Well, Sassia's father is supposed to be dead. Could White Wyvern be Sassia's father? That seems quite a... I don't see any evidence for that. I don't know. What do you think? Is White Wyvern Sassia's father? And he's been toying with her all this time? That would be very... I mean, he has lied to her about his double life. So... Yeah, is that Darth Wyvern? He's the dark side of Elite Dangerous. Anyway, let's get to Tiorge. Where has Techeron told us any more yet? He is liar and cheat. This does not surprise me. What else have you learned? Okay, so we haven't heard back from Techeron yet. Let's see. Darth Wyvern, yeah. So, an omelette for family dinner. Yes, all the eggs, of course. We're heading to Tiorge. We are indeed headed to Tiorge. Let's head to Tiorge. Which I think, if I'm remembering rightly, is back in the old worlds again. Cosby 714. Okay, so Cosby 714 seems to know quite a lot about this story. But the children of Rax are well. I'm sure you've heard of the legend. Oddly enough, we're not a cult though, nothing religious. Basically, we're a group of explorers looking for Rax that got wrapped up in a bunch of conspiracies. So, this Kahina lady was the figurehead. Can you tell me anything about Octavia Quinton? Whitey Wyvern is not some simple pirate, but an agent of some shady and very powerful organisation that is well aware of your case and might be directly related to your family's death. there a way to get Wyvern to tell us who? Okay, Whitey Wyvern. Yeah. So, okay, Wyvern is someone else. Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise us, does it? Wyvern's been hanging around at the edge of Sassia's life and giving her woe for quite a while. Wyvern is someone else, says Cabman 100. What a surprise. We've come a long way since the egg collecting, but I think Wyvern needs a bit of group pressure applied. We want answers. We do want answers, very much so. Okay, so Tekaron has a bit of a relationship with Wyvern. Maybe he's got an idea of what we can do about that. Not a surprise. I think he must have more information. Okay, so hang on, Cosby says, by the way, I know exactly who White Wyvern works for. The same people I do. Believe me, he was acting on his own there. As for Octavia, she was a pirate lord, tried to steal Kahina and swap bodies with her, oddly enough. No idea how that's possible. Wyvern works for these children of Braxton people. Due to the failures of White Wyvern in killing you to make the lead cold, his superior now wants to talk directly to you for some reason. For this, White Wyvern contacted me to arrange a meeting between you and White Wyvern completely alone as soon as you are ready. His superior wants to use his ship to send you a message live. This is an incredible opportunity. We cannot let that pass. I know it's very risky, but we have to do this. This doesn't sound good at all. But White Wyvern's superior is my father's murderer. Surely they will just kill me too. Agreed. That sounds like madness. We can't possibly. Due to the failures of White Wyvern, White Wyvern was trying to kill me then. His superior now wants to talk directly to you for some reason. For White Wyvern, for this. Okay, but White Wyvern is going alone isn't advised. No, I definitely need a plan. Those messages may come in a form of high caliber missions. Yep, although what he's done lately, that egg debacle, was his doing. Maybe another group he's in. Okay, so this is all mixed up here. White Wyvern looks like he's associated with the children of Rexler. And what have they got against Sassia? If anything. So there's a whole fleet, that's very true, yes. Yeah, I know. Okay. That was my thought. You have trusted me once and I did not disappoint. Just give me one more chance. But meeting. Oh, Tekaron will be there. Okay, and protect you with my life. But I said it several times before, this is no longer a personal matter but a dangerous situation for the Empire. You've trusted me once before. So Tekaron's putting his reputation on the line for that. Do we go with Tekaron again? Well, Kelly Bagler, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Tekaron and Wyvern screwed each other over the last time. What did I miss? Are they working together again? So it's very intriguing, this is. White Wyvern is only 2 jumps away from Alicia Verdi. Okay. Well, Lessia's not said anything. This is all getting very, very confusing. Believe me, it's as confusing for you, for me, as it is for you. Believe I've known the guy for years. Okay. What is your plan? We'll consider it. Okay, let's get ourselves to Tiorge, just in case there's a clue there that we need to know about. That's kind of where Lessia told us to look. I mean, how can we have... Okay, so as for my involvement with this whole conspiracy, I was there, spent days and weeks out looking for tiny needles in a gigantic haystack in the Formidine Rift, then back in the bubble, all exposing little bits of information. Eventually it came to a head on the 29th. Okay, listen, listen carefully. Okay. So, Techeron says, okay, listen carefully. I will get in touch with White Wyvern now. As soon as his superior is ready to talk to you, we need to depart. Just we two. To an empty system nearby. Nobody else is allowed. Sounds extremely suspicious. I'm trying to communicate with Commander Verdi. There's no response. Okay, that's probably a good call. Keep trying then. Suggest a telepresence meeting. That's a good call. If it was that important, Techeron could explain why. Obviously it's not important enough to be transparent. Let's call his bluff then. Maybe has Techeron wormed his way into Sassia's good books and is going to use that? But yeah, telepresence. He's in fact he has used telepresence before. Let's call his bluff on that. Great idea. Why do we need to go in person? Can we not use the telepresence system like last time? We can talk in person, but I do not need to put myself at risk. By Akhenar, you consider me betraying you. Are we really back at the beginning of our relationship? You must understand, I cannot take such a risk. Wyvern and Techeron have been shadowing each other for a while now. I'd be very wary of this relationship. Well, Techeron has been honest in the past. He has proved himself, and he claims to be a man of honour, which I don't want to besmirch. So we have some pilots working with Patrius and some against him for the Children of Raxler. Loren found guilty of trying to assassinate Patrius, and Sassia's dad worked for Patrius. Could this be a thing with Loren's death? This time it's unknown who is behind her death. This is the threads. We've got a lot of threads here now, all intertwined. What we need to do is we need to pull them together and find out what's at the centre of the knot. He wants you to be there. He. Who is this he? Poor Sassia spends her life being suspicious. Well, this is the problem with space, is how do you trust people? What was exposed? There's a group... Oh, I'm just hyperspacing. There's a group, don't know who they are, but they are pulling strings behind the scenes, militarising us unknowingly to fight the Thargoids when they come back, and using most of humanity as a meat shield so they can get away. Okay, so it's conspiracy upon conspiracy here. My question for Tikron, how does any of this impact the Empire? That's a very good question. I do not have a single idea. All I know is that this meeting will not fail and may indeed answer many questions. You do not have seen my pilot skills yet. I can shield you long enough in case of the worst case. And Cosby then says, although now the Thargoids are back, I guess they have run somewhere else because I haven't seen much else on them since. This meeting will not. How do you know this? That's the question, Mr. Tekkeron. How can you be so sure? Do you know this murderer is capable of? They destroyed an anaconda. I'm merely in a cobra. If this is something to do with Salome, I seem to recall Arissa and Patrius were involved in Salome's death. Patrius seems to be a theme that keeps coming back, so Kahina had run-ins with Patrius by the sound of it. Not Alessia. Sassia's father had relationships with Patrius somehow. It's Patrius, isn't it? I must get that right. Tekron seems very, very keen to get Sassia into this thing. When someone says they will shield you, it means that they aren't sure of the situation you're entering. Well, that's exactly it. What happens if whoever this is, and why do they want to talk to Sassia? The reason I can think of anybody wanting to talk to Sassia, having murdered her father, is to kill Sassia. So that sounds like the last thing I should do. I think you're right. But they've done depraved things, murdering people to keep them quiet. Okay. Tekron's making his case. My dear Commander Bianchi, I have dealt with so many threats before. Some would have been catastrophic, risking millions of lives. I am no fool and certainly not unprepared. I know what I do. It is required as an agent, a High Council agent of Akanar. Well, is this Sassia's opportunity to find out what's going on? Such a strange story. Patrius contracted Besieger to bump Salome off, but that's all meta knowledge as far as I know. Okay, so we don't know that yet, but let's find out where they want to meet. Where do you want us to meet? This is a chance which won't come again. I did my best for an answer and you might not even want it. I can... Lucky Luigi says, I found a listening post in Tiorge. The message it plays might be relevant to your quest. Okay, well, we're not far away from Tiorge now. There it is, in fact. Tiorge is the next jump. So... I appreciate it. I really do. But surely, all the murderer can possibly want is to try to kill me. Why else contact me? It has to be a trap. There's 3 listening posts. Comms are not working, Sassia, so be careful, says Draconiator. Draconiator. Must get that right. Yeah, so the comms seem to be a little bit... Further instructions will be relayed to you very soon. Okay, so... But I'll say... meeting point. So I only have a fast Cobra. Yeah. Okay, well, if we are going to do this, then we will go... Sassia will be one jump away from whatever. Right, we're here in Tiorge, so let's... There's a listening post there. What is the listening post? Okay, so... Good idea. Cosby says, I'll say this, if you see a person with grey eyes, be careful. Grey eyes. Why? Okay, so let's go investigate this. Tekeron was reliable enough in the past, but he seems very desperate this time. That seems out of character, which... Yeah, I'm wondering... Hang on, what's happened to Hans? Hans Vivold is being... Someone's trying to interdict him. Looks like he got away with it. You better just check he's okay. Are you okay? What's happened? Okay, there's the listening post. Sorry folks, late to the game time, played catch up, sound sense. Yeah, so lots of sinister. Miss Grey. Well, the Grey keeps coming up as well. Tekeron is now appealing to Sassia's emotions, I think. I am desperate because I have committed my time and heart for this very case, not only for the Empire, but also for you, because you are okay. I like you. Well... Well, sometimes, you know, Sassia is known to take risks, so that would be in character for Sassia to take a risk. But we need to take some precaution. Yeah, Tekeron making the moves, very smooth. I think he did. Oh, okay, so what's this? There's a listening post here. Somebody else is here too. Commander Gaius Saphias is here in my instance with a Cobra. Okay. Listening post signal data. Okay. Corrupted transmission Regaza 1 detected. Matches signal detected at listening post Regaza 27. If you stumble across this message, nothing of what I'm going to relate to you will make any sense. My advice, don't read on. Kill this holofact now and don't go looking. You really don't want to be involved, trust me. Just fly on like nothing really happened. People will kill you for knowing. If you found this because you were led here, congratulations, you must be reasonably smart. Don't know what you were expecting, but this probably isn't it. There's no payoff, my friend. There's no money to be made. You haven't won. You may just have made things much worse for yourself. If there's any fame to be had, it's what you make of it. Maybe some chronicler will immortalise you in the future. Pause recording. What does that mean? Okay. So this is very strange. And now I can't get to the chat again. Golden Knight says, Mum, I'm not feeling well. Okay, so this is the grey eyes. Salome had them, Alessia has them. It's a sign of cloning by the group I mentioned. Granted, Salome and Alessia aren't under their control, but others may be. Clones as well. Sort of a subtle calling card, and she had them, Rebecca. I will bear that in mind. Again, whatever happens, I will stay close, but this is a unique thing. We cannot pass by. Please understand my point, and just block everyone who thinks I am betraying you by this point. Ignorant people who are not informed about earlier stuff. It does seem very desperate. It does seem very desperate. 07 strangers. 07 commander. Okay. Tell me where then. I will take precautions. My other folks will be nearby. Because Sassia should be able... If there's a problem, Sassia can high wake out pretty quick, and the Cobra is fast. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Not going to make some impassioned speech about you opening your eyes or whatever. See for yourself. Thank you for the insight. Okay. Rebecca has brown eyes. Epilogue 3301. Yeah, okay. Not informed. Tekron really hitting on Sassia. She's a bit too Deirdre Barlow. That's the limitations of Hollow Me, I fear. Maybe we should look for a wedding barge. Sapphire says, I do trust Tekron, but it doesn't make sense to me. Why is he trusting Wyvern or Wyvern him? Unless Tekron is deeply involved in everything. Do we trust Tekron based on his honour in the things that he has previously done? Because he has kept his word, and he did initially help us track down White Wyvern. But those two have definitely been in conversation. Let's see what he says. Let's see what the plan is. Tell me where then. I will take precautions. Okay, come on. I did so much for you, and we do not forget, Imperial. I want to trust you. Okay. Right, so it's a case of betray Tekron or... Okay. I will trust you. There we go. I've rolled the dice. I've rolled the dice. He seems honourable, but even with the best intentions, you need to be very careful. I think that's I think we need to be going very much with our eyes open. I'm going to find Cosby said, I'm going to find a glass of Lavian brandy. I thought I was done with all this years ago, but it keeps dragging up again. The threads of all stories seem to be entwined. If these are all powerful forces, why do they want you to get you alone without support? I will be very, very cautious. Especially this time. I am a bit wiser than I was before. I wonder if all Tekron's family members are in safe locations. Well, yes, it depends how powerful these people are. I will ask Cosby actually, what was Salome's connection to Patrius? Hans Vivaldap, I do not like this, it is unsafe. Yes. I will give you the location as soon as I know. Okay then. Right, so Sassia would like some people in her wing that can be in the next system to wherever we're going to rendezvous with Tekron. Cosby 714 says they were both senators, had quite a rivalry. Patrius oversaw her trial, where she was found guilty. You can continue doing whatever you were doing, of course. Okay, so are there other listening posts here? Target an escape system immediately on landing at the meeting. The moment anything questionable, engage your drives. That is a very good idea. I will do that. Okay. Prism, she got tried there in Imperial Court. And from what I hear, it was a puppet show. So Salome was in a rigged trial. And there's a very large ship sitting in front of my screen. What are you doing? I'll put my shield up, I think. A few commands. Right, let's have a look at... There's this one listening post. There's another one there. In fact, they're all over the place, these listening posts. Let's go and have a look at another one while we're here. Okay, so Patrius. Yeah, plot twist. Scan the system. There's 7. Okay, have I not scanned the system? I should have done an FSS. Yeah. Still waiting for it to charge up because there's so many other big ships here. From what I hear, it was a puppet show. Written at the start, then Patrius freed her from prison, and it's a convoluted mess. She gave a pretty detailed account of it all before she got blown up. Okay. But Salome's dead, so how could she be involved? You're wasting your time. I might be. But I have to try every possibility. There are 3 listening posts here. I think you might want to look at all of them. Oh, are there? Okay. Oh, there were 3... Oh, in this... Let's just... Actually, in this... Let's have a look at the contacts tab. There's only one there. Do you mean in the system or at this location? There's only one listening post that I can see. Testing, any of these messages getting through? Ah, wobble socks. Yes. The comms seem bad tonight. Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit. Well, true. I think there's only one listening post that I can see. Okay, something's happened to Golden Knight again. Looks like Sassia had a fine there as well. It's in the system. Okay, I really want to know how to get that command image into my stream. That's we'll do a little bit of a retrospective about some of the things that I've used in and how to make it work. So there are little things that you can do. Unidentified signal source listening post. There we go. Let's go there. Okay. Had to reboot the ship. Cosby, if you want to hear her final words, go look for the Panacea Medical Centre. It's in the HIP 17519 system. And hear it all from the horse's mouth. I might try that. Okay. Communications work. Hello, Commander. Yes, it's been a problem this evening. Okay, so while we wait to hear from... It's a bit of a trip though, so be able to jump for a while. Command, where was it? So 7-1, let's just find out how far away that is. That's probably way too far for us to go today. We've only just got to Tiorge. HIP 17519 is, whoa, 361 light years away. Yeah, that's too far. Another day. Too far for now, but I will check it out sometime. Okay. George 1C, 3C, 3E. Okay, so they're all at different places. Let's just sample a few of them. Maybe folks can fill Sassia in on the details while we're waiting to see what Tekaron is up to, if he's up to something. He's gone quiet again. Discovered Tior's 3C. So there's a curious set of logs here. My carriers in Tiorge. For now, listen to Rebecca's words. She's the one who left those listening posts. Okay, who's Rebecca? Who is Rebecca? The Wimbledon Common is in the system if you need a carrier jump. Okay, well that might be useful. And we've also got Kamakichi is here as well. So it's a long story. Everything is a long story, it seems. But basically the one who figured all of this out. Okay, so an old elite pilot. Her ship's in the Tianezla graveyard. So don't tell me she's dead too. Okay, so there's another listening post. Well, yeah, Techeron's taking his time. So is this... Oh, there we go. Scanning the listening post. Most of the people directly involved in all this are dead. Okay, so that doesn't bode well, does it? Scanning post listening. Okay, so Regazalog 2. I put this message in the system for a reason. The old law will tell you why. I'm not the first and I'm not the last. I'm old now. It will soon be a time for another to take my place. Maybe it's her who has led you here. If she's anything like me, she'll be one feisty little lady. I hope you had fun. By now you'll have been to the hind end of space looking for, well, something. Guessing you found it. I make no apology for all your trouble. You decided to go out there. Same as me. Flying close to ships. I don't know what tech you have in the future to make that voyage a little easier, but I spent many years following this to try to unravel it all, and so did many others before me. You weren't alone, suffering that boredom and loneliness in the void. Don't expect any sympathy. No one told you to go. Decide for yourself if you think it was worth it. Okay, these are very obtuse messages. And still no word. Okay, 3 are still alive, probably hiding in Colonia. Okay, well, let's ask him about this other lady then. And what about this Alessia Birdie? How is she involved too? He is not ready yet. I don't know. Also, the cockpit view in the lower left hides your HUD and makes it so we can't see where you are. Not which listening... Yeah, okay, not which listening post. Sorry, that's a good point. We will work on that. I mean, you can see the wing at the top where they are. Okay, but yeah. She was a member of the COR. She helped plan the operation to expose this. And you said she was dismissed. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to move away from these ships. Carefully. Let's try one more of these. See if it reveals anything. Yours 1C. Somebody mentioned them. 1C, 3E. Let's try 3E. No, I need to go to system map. 3E. Yours 3E. We are currently at C, and there's one at E. Let's go to E then. Tours 3E. Kamakichi, salute Commander Sassia 07. I see you're on the move again. I'll be looking out for you from afar. I need some testing of my new weapon. Be careful. I don't remember all the details, but she got involved in something we didn't agree with and she got the boot. So she's... Okay. Okay, lots of people heading that direction. Okay. Techeron, Cabman says Techeron's about 170 light years away from you at the moment. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. So she's on her own now. Okay, Okay, well, it sounds like Alessia has a story, but doesn't sound like she's a threat. In this case, we want to know where Sassia is, not to snipe, but to join up. Yeah, so there are some rules for this role-playing environment. The condition green there telling us that no PvP is currently permitted. That sometimes changes depending on what's going on. So keep an eye on that. You should see the other listening post in your right-hand nav panel. Okay, so I can see there it is there. Okay, got it. Let's just check this one out. Basically, ask her about it. Okay, she did actually say that we could ask her, so maybe we'll do that in a bit. There's Commander Hans. I will. Thank you. Very interesting. And still no word from Tekeron. So he was very well. So what's going on here? He was very urgent, and now it seems it's not. So what? He's making it very difficult to continue to trust him, isn't he? He's making it very difficult. Is Commander Tekeron. Tekeron is now 220 light years away and heading away. Where is he going? What's he doing? I might have a look at the galaxy map and see if we can figure this out. Bayak and I wanted to inform you about this so you can prepare. It's very touchy, Tekeron. I sometimes get the impression he's reading Sassia's mind from afar. Okay, so there's another one of these listening posts. There's a very nice purple Delusion of Grandeur, Federal Corvette. Okay, there's another one. Word of caution too, you're getting wrapped up in all this. You have a target in your back now. Yes, I know. New friend request, let me just sort that out. Maybe he wants to drag you out into the black. I will ask a friend with a fleet carrier to be on standby. Bayaknar, I want to inform you about this so you can prepare. Okay. Where are you going though? Okay, so we have another listening post. Let's check that out. Bragazalog 3. Okay, but I figure I owe you some kind of explanation. Okay, so here it is. They've known for decades, maybe centuries, there's something out there and it's heading this way. Everything you've seen, all the wars, all the investigations, all the abductions, it's their way of getting stuff done, getting things ready, keeping things quiet. You don't build a fleet of warships for no reason. Too many questions get asked, so you manufacture a threat, you start a phony war. Keep the populace amused with any diversion you can think of. You play powers against each other. You boom and bust the markets to tilt the economy. Anything to stop people looking at the real issues. Okay, so a behind-the-scenes crazy kind of conspiracy. Tekeron's been told it will be somewhere here. Well, okay. Okay, so he's scouting for danger now. So my question to him, should I head towards you then? Oh, Alessia Verdi. So, Sassia, do you have your answers? Well, I have learnt a lot about Salome, but I don't see how she could be connected to my father, who was murdered by someone. Techeron is in Empire space near Achenar. Okay, well that kind of makes sense. And now Alessia Verdi's got back in touch. So, and William D. Porter is sitting off my bow. A shadowy cabal, I like that. It's really all that. So, not the shadowy cabal, not in this game, no. But this stuff is old. This stuff is old news. Can Sassia's story really be connected here? This doesn't make any sense. No shooting torpedoes at presidents or Sassia, no. Not yet, says Techeron. Okay. And we wait. Now, what's Alessia Verdi going to tell us? If anything. Right, while we're waiting for that, where we going now? We've still got a little few more of these to find. There's one at 4A. Go on to this. Let's go for Tiorge 4A. Our listening post 4A is where we're targeted now. Just going to back off a little bit. So we can thrust there. I do not know what that means. They will send you directions. I do not know what that means. Who is they? Oh, hang on. Alessia Verdi. Then you'll need to put it together. All the pieces of the puzzle. I can show you where. There is one more place you should visit. Meet me above the rings of Anumclaw 6. We can talk there. So Alessia wants to speak as well as Techeron's contact. Let's test her with the same. Can I bring my friends? Again, I don't know. Maybe he meant himself and his superior. Does anybody know where White Wyvern is at the moment? Okay. Slowmy was... Yeah, I just want to know Techeron's reason for trusting Wyvern. Yeah. Well, let's see what's... Okay, so there's a listening post for 4B. And for... There's one there as well. Let's go there. Okay, so follow me to that listening post while we're waiting for either of these leads to come through. Again, I don't know, maybe he meant himself and his superior. Okay. I will wait to see if I am contacted. Anumclaw 6, Cabman says, Anumclaw 6 is where Techeron has just been, or at least close to it. Alessia Verdi says, I should prefer not. So what did I ask her again? Can I bring my friends? I should prefer not, but I understand it is difficult to trust in the void, and I do not trust you either. If you do, they must stay out of weapons range. I promise I will be alone. Is that acceptable? I do not trust this as well. I do not trust Wyvern at all, but if there's a slightest chance someone deeply involved in this to appear, we have to take that. Agreed. I will see if they contact me. Maybe Techeron knows Wyvern's bosses too, and he has reassurances from them. It's too complex. Weapons range. Doesn't even know who this person is yet. He's thinking it's all above board. It's very strange. Yeah. So, what about this Alessia Verdi then? She's basically said, I should prefer not to have my friends, but I understand it's difficult to trust in the void. I do not trust you either. If you do, they must stay out of weapons range. I promise I will be alone. Is that acceptable? Well, let's... Okay. Yes. If you are truly alone and I keep my friends out of range, yes. So where does she want me to go? What was the system? She wants me to go to... There is one more place you should visit. Meet me above the rings of Animclaw 6. Animclaw 6 is where Tekaron has just been. Let's do one more listening post. Okay, Ozzy's Nest is jumping to an Animclaw in 30 minutes. Okay, I might... Ozzy's Nest. Where is Ozzy's Nest? Okay, I should be able to get this listening post and then go to Ozzy's Nest. Thank you, Ozzy. I will jump on the... let's all jump on Ozzy's fleet carrier then. Ozzy's Nest. Let's just check out this listening post and then we will do that. Army Squirrel says, Anumclaw, where Salome was shot down. Okay, so that can't be a coincidence. And Alessia Verdi's connected to Salome. Tior is around the main star. Okay, so that's... Okay, Ozzy, we'll head in that direction in a minute. And we'll go across there. 12 minutes. Okay, it won't... We should be able to do this. So everybody else head to... Everyone else head to Ozzy's Nest. Salome... not Salome. Sassia will... It all begins with S. Sassia will be there soon. There are 2 posts right next to each other, 4A and 4B. Do we need them both? I think we'll just grab this one. And then we'll head to Ozzy's Nest. I think we found out enough, at least... We know there's some sort of wacky conspiracy in the past. And it seems clear that Salome was involved in that. Whether that's got anything to do with Sassia's father, but it sounds like Patrius maybe is the connection between all of these things. How we get to Patrius, I don't know. But let's find out. Let's find out. Ozzy's Nest sounds like Australia. Right, here's that listening post. Let's scan that. And then we'll head to Ozzy's Nest. Because we need to get to a Numclaw system to meet Alessia Verdi. Okay, so... Listening post signal data. Okay, this is Regatta Log 4. Who are they? Don't go thinking this is the Feds or the Imps or even the Alliance. It's way beyond all that. Most of what you think you know isn't true. It's all a fabrication woven by those who have appointed themselves the protectors of humanity. They've been keeping us all in the dark, hiding the truth, secretly prepping for a confrontation. If you're unlucky enough to stumble upon a part of it, they simply remove you. A shadowy revolution that decides what to reveal and when. I don't think Sassia likes the sound of any of this. Anyway, let's get to Ozzy's Nest. There it is. No, that's the shadow head. Where are you? Mining Ship Red Dwarf, Wimbledon Common, Tiger Claw, Ozzy's Nest. There it is. Okay. Wimbledon Common will be just behind Ozzy. Okay, so I don't think I've been on Ozzy's Nest before, so there we go. That's a first. Let's get over there. How long have we got? Alessia Salome versus Patrius and Sassia's dad. So this seems to be the connection. Have we had anything else while I've been doing? Okay, there we go. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Two listening posts. Alessia says, then I will see you soon. Okay, Hans V. Voldendampt, my weapons are all short range, will keep sensors on you, however. Okay. Alright, so I guess Alessia is going to be in the Numclaw system. And that's where Salome was shot down. There's a bright set of rings up ahead, so I think we want to get underneath those. How long have we got before... 9 minutes, 6 minutes to pad lockdown. Somewhere here, I think, says Techeron. What was that in response to? Now we just have to wait. Somewhere. You are coming close anyway. Okay, so. Okay, I need to get to Aussie ship. Toot sweet now. Come on, accelerate. I'm stuck in the gravity well of this gas giant. Okay, I have no guns but will maintain appropriate range. You're better to high wake and jump back into the system. Yes, I think. Well, it's under 6 minutes now. We'll get there. I'll just throttle it up. We'll be fine. It'll work. It'll work. Those orange sidewinders will get us if we're not careful. At least you'll have a carrier support with a lot of friends nearby. Just be aware and be ready to use the Cobra's speed to get out of trouble. Yeah. Yes. I have no reason to distrust Alice. Yeah. But she sounds an odd type to me. Okay, we're closing in now. Aussie is a very old nickname. 9 minutes in pad lockdown on the coast. So if we miss Aussie, we'll go on the Wimbledon Common. If you're coming to meet with Alessia, she won't attack you, I'm certain of that. Okay. Well, that's good to hear. She's not the type for random murder. That is reassuring. Now keep her at arm's length though. Okay. Should I be wary? Sounds like she could be dangerous if provoked. Remember, you can always apologise for jumping out early. It's very hard if you're in a REM lock. Yes, that's true. Okay, so Techeron, Commander, as soon as you enter the system, we need to stay as close as possible. Somewhere here, the meeting will take place in this Enumclaw system, probably. Well, that's a bit weird. So, is... No, she can just be trouble. Isn't everybody? Alessia alive versus Patris alive, or Alessia alive versus the daughter of Antonio Bianchi. Could it be that Sassia Dents is something that led to the death of Salome? Well, he was involved in politics during... There was that coded message, wasn't it? The one we got from the Alliance, which suggested that Antonio Bianchi was connected. Right, I've got 2 minutes, 30 seconds to get there. We're almost there. In more of a headache kind of way, she has a tendency to get other people involved in things she believes in. So maybe Alessia's got a clue, and maybe whoever Techeron is in contact with, I don't know. I think. Right, here we go. Aussie's Nest, we're coming. Let's get Sassia landed first. Here we go. Press to disengage. Come on. Uh-oh, blue tunnel. Yay, we're okay. And Aussie's got a pink ship, a purple ship, even better. Right, let's get into range. There we go. We've got a docking pad, number 14. Coming in quite fast, so that's okay. Where's 14? It should be a small pad for a Cobra. There it is, I can see it. 14 is over there. Right, all aboard Aussie's Nest if we're going to the Enumclaw system. At least there'll be lots of other people about, so that's good. Whoa! There needs to be more docking control. There we go, we're down. Okay, Sassia is on Aussie's Nest, that's good. Purple, of course. Aussie G. Thank you very much for the purple there, Aussie G. Yes, that's really, really good. So we're down. Okay, so that gives Sassia a chance to... More of a headache kind of way. She has a tendency to get people involved in things she believes in. She sounds like... She says she has answers for me. I guess it must be connected to this Salome character. If you want me to be there with you while you talk to her, I can. That might be useful. Okay, she probably does. Okay, so looks like we just got to the carrier on time. That's good. 3 minutes until jump. There we go. It's time. Right, we're being taken down into the hold of Aussie's nest. I doubt she'd lie about that kind of thing. Okay, so that's kind of reassuring. Good. Perhaps finally I will find out who killed my father. My friend. 3 minutes until jump. Okay, that gets us to the Enumclaw system. We haven't got long. So, okay, let's go back to Techeron here. Commander, as soon as you enter the system, we need to stay as close as possible. Somewhere here, the meeting will take place in this Enumclaw system, probably. So, okay, so we need to keep a really close eye out. Commander O'Connor says White Wyvern is an FDL, by the way, so that's a bit of a murder wagon. He's swapped from his Cobra into an FDL. Okay, thank you, Commander O'Connor. This is it. I hope it will be worth it. The answers we have been waiting for could be just minutes away. So it's all coming to a head in this system. Do you know who the contact is yet? Can you find out? I am meeting someone else there. I don't want to put them in danger too. And if it is connected to Salome, I shouldn't go down that rabbit hole again, but I will help you figure it out. Okay, that's good as well. Okay, so the frameshift drive on Aussie's nest is powering up. Okay. Contact by the name of Alessia Verdi. She is connected to Patrius by a woman called Salome. Sharon Valeria is with us again, but her comms are jammed. Enjoy the carrier jump. Here it goes. Okay, initiating frameshift drive. Okay, entering hyperspace. I wish we could see this from the outside. FDL is also the definitive PvP build. Did I just say Salome? Yes, I did. Well, now I can't use the comms. Of course I can. No, I can't. Here we go. FDL is also the definitive PvP build. You don't use an FDL on a peaceful day. An FDL means death, one way or another. Okay. Okay, so... Well, when we get here, we're going to have a little bit of a think. I need to answer Techeron. Why is he suddenly so alarmed about Salome? Here we go. Super Golden Knight. Quite right. Whee! Through hyperspace we go. Exiting hyperspace portal. Okay, so all the time we're on the fleet carrier, we're safe. Some strange noises. Is that normal? Suggest condition yellow at the very least. Yes, I think that is a certainty. So we'll do that in a moment. Let's get that off. Now, Could be just insurance against it. Well, we did shoot him down once, didn't we? Poor White Wyvern. We did blow his ship to pieces. Right, it seems we're here. Let's return to the surface. Let's talk. Yes. Why? Does that mean something to you too? Okay, so we're here. Are we in... Let's have a look at the system map. This is the Enumclaw system. Okay. A fleet carrier is very close to Enumclaw 6, which is where we got to go. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. Let's just see what Techeron says about this. But let's do that orange alert. Yeah. Okay. Not that Wyvern ship is not that it's quite engineered. One huge multi-cannon, overcharged 3 and 4 beams. Okay, that he may just be in for revenge. Okay, we need to keep an eye out for Techeron. The Corvette Womble and Control will be at your disposal in the system when we get there, Sassia. Thank you very much, Womble Socks. Okay, so we've got support. I can run back to the fleet carrier if necessary. I'm going to switch on Amber Alert for now. So, how am I going? I'm going to have to drop. So, actually, Hans Vivold and Ozzy. Hans, I know, has got weapons. So, Hans, I would like to remain in the wing. Ozzy, do you have weapons on your ship? Is a question. I need to ask Ozzy in. You do have weapons. Okay, so Techeron, I'm going to have to drop you from the wing then, because we're going to presumably have to invite Alessia into our wing to get that to connect up. I need to drop you from my wing to bring in my contact. Stay in touch. Okay. Oh, can I? How do I can't remove him from the wing, is that... So I can't swap. Might have to ask him to leave. Yeah, I know. Okay. I'm happy to drop if HCA needs to be in. Okay. Alright, Ozzy, thank you very much. Direct message. Okay. If you can, please. Thank you. Okay, Ozzy's dropping out, so we should therefore be able to connect to Alessia. If she's there. Is she here? There she is. Invite to wing. There she is. Okay. So we don't know. Where is White Wyvern? Actually, just check it. Let me ask Techeron. Where is White Wyvern now? What business do you have with Salome? I'm not sure. Something about her story seems to be connected to mine. Kamakichi, been following you. What shady business are you into now? Right, well, let's get over to... Alessia Verdi is at Enumclaw 6, which is where she said she would be. Let's head in that direction. He is in the system as well. Everybody's here. Okay, so Hans Vivold and Techeron, if you can follow me... he is in the system. Alessia Verdi, I know that name. I've got a wing signal for Alessia Verdi. Okay. There she is. White Wyvern is in the system. Okay, so if everybody else who is in the system can be keeping an eye out for White Wyvern as well. He hasn't actually done anything today, has he? you know of her? Okay, alright, so we can... That's 2,000 light seconds away, so it's a little bit of a way. Right, let's get over there. Does Alessia know something? Well, you're out for white. Well, I suppose we have threatened Wyvern a bit in the past, haven't we? Maybe he's just been. But why is he here? Why is he here? What's White Wyvern up to? He's just hanging about, being threatening, which is making Sassia very uneasy. Is he on the contact list though? Let's just... I've got Tekaron, Sibera, Apafa, some familiar names. Commander Seth Eridan is here, but no sign of Commander White Wyvern, so that's at least encouraging. Okay. Now, when we jump out here, we need to stay away from Alessia while we work out how we're going to approach this. So Sassia's going to have... We want the wing to still be intact. There's the wedding barge, yes. I saw the wedding barge. Yeah, we haven't got long. It's 14 minutes left. He's messing with you and driving you crazy with paranoia. Well, maybe he is. Maybe that's his strategy. White Wyvern's just trying to drive Sassia to oblivion. So, so Hans Vivold and Tekaron. Okay, so direct message. Tekaron, Hans, I need you to follow me into this meeting, but Alessia requires you to stay out of weapons range when I approach. Please respect that, and if I see anything strange, I will run. Okay. Commander Colonel Vinny says, non si più di dome la luna è rossa e di violence. Well, that's French, but my French isn't good enough to translate it, I think. Or is that Italian? Non si... Yeah, no, it's Italian, isn't it? Rossa. Red... I don't know, I can't speak Italian. Sassia should probably be able to speak Italian, but it's kind of a dead language by the 3400s, so she should know. Okay, here we go. I think I just did a leap of shame inadvertently. Okay, here we go. There's quite a few other people here as well. There's the wing signal. Let's get into the instance here. I've just seen Rob Holtstock flying in Rob Holtstock. That's interesting. Here we go. Oh, it's quoting from set of lyrics. Okay, so actually there's the wing. Oh, there's the rings. Okay, this is good. Here we go. Okay, coming down to speed. Hans with Oldenamp is just ahead of me. Looks like Tekaron is just behind me. Press to disengage. Okay. Here we go. Right. Oh, I just think it's dropped me out. A long way out. Oh, I hate it when it does that. He's in a Fed assault ship. Who's in a Fed assault ship? Okay, I was taken. I'm going to have to just do that lock again. Don't know why that dropped me out so far away. It's a bit annoying. Let's try that again. The time winds will soon start to blow. Alright, let's try that again. That's the Commander Van Wing signal, Techeron. Alright, jump again. 21, that'll do. Okay. So, Techeron, form up on me. Let's do it this way. Please form up on me. There we go. So I can see Alessia's wing signal. I can see come on, there's something very wrong here, this Alessia. This might be, we'll talk about it. We will talk to her. She may have the answers I need. Okay, so Hans and Techeron are nearby. I'm going to go, and if they can stay close-ish to me, but not too close. I can see the wing signal, but I can't see Alessia at the moment. Is there a ship there? I can see a wing signal. Should I be able to see a ship yet? I hate that something doesn't feel right. Well, yeah. But there's nothing but a wing signal. There's nothing here. Instancing bugs. Let me try again then. A parallel universe of some strange type. Let's try that again. I have Alessia's wing signal. Press to disengage. Okay, wing signal. I have Commander Techeron. And I have Alessia's wing signal. But no sign of Alessia. Wow. So why is... Let's try again. I wonder if Alessia needs to jump out and jump back in. Okay, a solid blue active... Okay, so maybe... let's talk to Alessia. I can't talk to her if we can't see her. Whoa. Now I've got the wing signal. Why did that jump out of hyperspace? Let's try that again. It seems you... Let Alessia drop in on you, perhaps. Maybe. Why is it just dropping back out of... No matter what I do here, it's just dropping... It's dropping back out. I'm always getting stuck with hands. Okay. See if we can make this work. My drive is just charging and discharging on its own. Wing beacon navlock. Must be it. There. Let's switch that off. Yes, that... It's just... I wonder what was going on there. It's like I'm going mad. Disable... I'm going to disable my wing beacon. Does that help me? Because all I'm getting is the same instance again and again and again. And I've got my... Drops out because of wing lock. Okay, wingman nav... How do I switch that off? need to be able to drop to... How do I switch off the wingman navlock? I think I'm navlocked to Alessia. Is Alessia trying to... It's just jumping and jumping back. It's not... It's just giving me Commander Tekaron. This is very strange. You need to select her and turn it off. Okay. Cancel wingman navlock. Alright. Okay, so... In that case, let me... Maybe it was her trying to do it. Maybe that makes sense. Alright, I'm going to try jumping out and jumping back in again on my own. See if that works. Okay, comms panel. Right, okay, so... Let's try this again. I want to find her wing signal. There it is. Right, I've got her wing signal. Let's try this again. There's her wing signal. There's loads of people here. Why can't we see her? Lots of weird things happening. Okay. Alessia, if you're still here, then press to disengage. Come on. Is she here? Wing signal. No, I'm just getting the same people again and again and again. And some NPCs. Let's ask her. I didn't ask you to... Can you jump to FSD? SD for us. We seem to have problems locating it. Oh, there's raids from Darth raid hype. Darth Vapes, thank you very much. Appreciate the raid. Excellent. We're trying to locate our contact. The rest of your wing is dragging you to their instance. They are two Alessia's one, so they get preference. Okay, so for whatever reason, Alessia. Okay, we might have to do this the other way then. I'm going to drop the wing and then wing up with Alessia, get into her instance, and then I'll wing everybody else back in. Because we are running out of time, my friends. So I'm going to do that. We will probably have that leaving wing bug. Okay. Oh, well, I've done that now. Maybe I should have read that quickly. Right. I will add Alessia back in a moment. Let's jump to Super Cruise, and then I'll bring them back in. I guess that's the instancing fun of Elite Dangerous, which is always good for a laugh. And I think the leaving wing... Oh no, look, the leaving wing isn't staying there today. Right, so let's... Alright, Alessia Birdie. Let's try this again. Invite to wing. Let's turn around. She is somewhere here. Right, I've got her. Right, there she is. Okay. So she's in an Imperial Clipper. Okay. Okay, so she's just dropped out. And there's her low wig there. Okay. Right. Amber Alert is for instancing issues, yes. The instancing is always good for a laugh. It's always... Right, there's her wing signal. Okay, so we've now got contact. Right, let me get into here. Oh, now we've got the leaving wing bug has reappeared. Just above the ring. There she is. There she is. Okay, come on then. I have a wing signal. I have Commander Alessia Bird. There she is. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to hold position here and try and get the other guys back into the wing. Okay, so where are we? Hands. There we are. Invite to wing. Where is Mr. Tekaron after all of this? Hans is here. Where is Tekeron? White Wyvern's still kicking about as well. Why isn't this in alphabetical? It's sort of in alphabetical order, but it's sort of not. Tekeron's disappeared from the list. He's not there. Oh, there he is. Okay, invite him to wing. Right. Okay, so there were loads of other people here. Okay, so whoever's... Okay, so Commander Tekeron is with me as well. Okay, so everybody who's in the instance with me, if you can form up behind me, we'll move into about 6 kilometres and we'll go from there. Okay? We'll go from there. So I can see quite a few people in the instance. Let's go from there. Okay, can I send a message to the system chat from here? I should be able to, shouldn't I? I can't send a message to... I got local, I can send a message. Please wait. Okay, when I get to... I'll do that when I get to 6 kilometres. I think she's the contact. Be careful. Well, she's not. Draco Neotori's here. Okay, so she maybe knows something. This is going to be the question. Okay. Here we go. The Blue Frontier didn't think anyone would have more than a dozen friends on that list. Yeah, I know. The list gets a bit crazy, right? Okay, here we go. I am at 6 km. Please, none of you approach any closer. If there is any trouble, I will run. Okay, so just to be cautious, I'm going to have a hyperspace lock on anywhere. There we are, we can get in range. Triangular sector QISS will do. There we go, so we can high wake out as per necessary. Right, so nobody else go any closer, okay? Nobody else go any closer. I will proceed in cautiously. Okay, so Paphos Hermes is locked. Okay. Commander Leslie Verdi is ahead. Oh, well, I've got flares and a quick FSD. We've definitely got a quick FSD. I think I've got heat sinks, but not flares. I don't think I've got any chaff. I can see it. Is that a ship? It's definitely a ship. Something there. Let's switch the lights on. In the pipe 5x5. It's a very dark ship. There she is. There she is. So like a black Imperial clipper, isn't it? Here we go. Okay. There we go. I'm going to open comms channels. Hang on, here we go.
I'm glad you got here safely. From what I have heard, you've been chased across the galaxy.
Bounty hunters, employed by someone, perhaps connected to this Salome.
Salome has nothing to do with this. She was not innocent, but she had higher ideals. This sort of dirty business was beneath her.
Then why did I need to learn about her?
Because you needed to understand what's happening here, what you're involved in, and because I know who wanted to kill your father, and why.
You do? You must tell me.
I will. Your father? You found out about his real life, I assume?
Oh, yes. He was mixed up in all sorts of things. Weapons, bombs, politics.
He was a double agent working in the high echelons for both Federation and the Empire, trading secrets between the two. Both sides trusted him.
How do you know this?
Salome had access to Imperial databanks. Before she died, she gave that to me, in case it became useful. And so it did. Your father had determined the fates of millions of people. I'm sure many felt aggrieved at his actions. Of course, he would have claimed it was for the better good of whichever side he was on at the time. His fingerprints were over so many big events.
But you said you knew about why my father was killed.
Oh, I do. But before I tell you, what will you do with this information? Try to avenge him?
I just want to know.
Oh, very well then. As you might suspect, your father was murdered for something he had done. Years ago, he was acting on Senator Petrus's command when he hired an assassin. That assassin struck here, in this very system. Besieger was his name. He hunted down and killed Salome, my friend, Your father signed that order.
He ordered Salome's death. Then who killed him?
Have you heard of an ancient earth tome called the Book of Exodus? It talks of visiting the sins of the father onto his sons and daughters.
What are you talking about?
It is a very simple, Sassia Bianchi.
Wait, what are you doing?
You're the daughter. You are supposed to die too. Now you will.